Hi everyone, well I'm reading through the fall 2017 issue of the Snellville Spirit Magazine, and that's for people who like to do other things and listen to it rather than have to stop and read the magazine, and or if you are low vision and it's just easier to have it read to you, that's fine too. I just thought maybe this would come in handy because I've had some eye surgery, so I'm glad to be able to read, and I like to read. And I also figured this will help my speaking voice. I'm very raspy. I'm having a little bit of congestion, so bear with me when I have to clear my throat a lot. But it is the allergy season. But I'll just work harder on enunciating, and hopefully you can understand what I am saying. So we are on page 13 now. If you're interested in other stories earlier in the magazine, I'm going to put this all as one playlist, so you'll be able to go through and either pick out the stories you like, or you can just listen to all of them all the way through. If you set your device on autoplay, you can go through the whole playlist. So on page 13, the story is Greenway project underway in Snellville to make walking, biking easier. And it's written by Austin Shelton, who is, he's one of the city planners. All right, greenways are a hot topic in planning and urbanist circles at the moment. And many communities across Georgia and the nation are exploring the possibility of greenways both inside and beyond city boundaries. Locally, cities like Suwanee and Lilburn have already developed their own greenway projects, and several new developments in Snellville are incorporating walking paths and trails of their own. For those who may be unfamiliar with the term, a greenway is essentially a trail. They are usually used for a combination of transportation and leisure, and are meant to provide dedicated infrastructure for pedestrians, cyclists, and other non-automobile forms of transportation. They are most often found in urban and suburban areas, but rural greenways also exist. A common type of greenway is the conversion of an old or abandoned railway. The Beltline is the best example in the Atlanta region, but greenways can take many shapes. The city of Snellville recently began an initiative to explore the development of greenways in the city. The city is interested both in trails within the city limits and those that could connect Snellville to its neighbor cities, Gwinnett County and the rest of the Atlanta metro region. The goal is to create a network that will allow pedestrians and cyclists to safely travel around the city without having to walk or bike along highways. The first meeting of this Greenway initiative took place in late June at the Snellville City Hall. The purpose of the meeting was to figure out who was interested in participating, who should be participating, and what direction the project should take. Two of the most important projects that emerged were connecting Snellville to its immediate neighbors, Grayson, Loganville, and Lawrenceville, as well as a connection to Stone Mountain and, by extension, the rest of the region's burgeoning trail network. Gwinnett County is currently refining its own Greenway master plan. The goal of the city's initiative is to assist, wherever possible, in expediting the projects that pertain to Snellville and to identify potential areas for increased connectivity within the city limits. This could include spur trails, linking the Greenway to existing parks, or the potential creation of new green space to beautify and accompany the trails. The ultimate goal for Snellville is to become a city that gives just as much weight to the needs of pedestrians and cyclists as it does automobiles. Greenways are a great way to work towards this goal. They provide dedicated infrastructure for people who cannot or do not want to get around via car, and give them a safe space to do so. They also increase connectivity within the city without taking up much space as roads and parking lots. A robust Greenway network is something the city is aggressively pursuing and something we look forward to accomplishing. And that is page 13 of Snellville Spirit Magazine. And I will continue on, tell you what's coming up. This is what's coming up. SYC starts new school year. And I guess we'll have to figure out what SYC is. And I guess it's Snellville Youth Council, I think. And why do business in Snellville? And then we have Inside Eastside's new emergency department. And so I will continue on. And hopefully you are following the playlist. That's probably the easiest way if you just want to go through the entire issue with me. So you can just run the playlist and just let it go, and you can just listen while you do other things. So I hope you find this useful, and please subscribe. I plan to do this with the next issue if my voice holds up when I get the new issue, which should be pretty soon. But I'm going to continue on with this issue, and thanks for listening.